A forensic video expert is on the witness stand in the Sean Diddy Combs trial. Frank Piazza testified hotel surveillance footage of Combs assaulting former girlfriend Cassie Ventura was not altered. The next witness is expected to be a woman who will testify that Combs once dangled her over a balcony. Combs denies all the allegations. ABC's Rena Roy and legal contributor trial attorney Brian Buckmeyer are outside the courthouse. Rena, what's the latest from court?
Well, Diane, Frank Piazza is still on the stand this morning, and he is telling jurors a little bit more about that 2016 video where we see Sean Diddy Combs dragging and kicking Cassie Ventura at the Intercontinental Hotel in Los Angeles. Now, as you pointed out, he testified that that video was not manually altered. And he says that there are no anomalies in that video that would corroborate the defense's suggestion that the footage was manipulated somehow. Now, this testimony really gave prosecutors another chance to show the video to jurors once again multiple times. Piazza walked them through the footage showing Combs attacking Ventura, also throwing a vase at Cassie Ventura. And she testified that she was trying to escape a so-called freak-off during that time that turned violent, and that's why she was trying to get out of the hotel. And prosecutors are hoping that this convinces the jury that Ventura was coerced into those sexual encounters.
Brian, Frank Piazza's main task here is to assure the jury that the hotel assault video is legit. But is this also a way for a prosecution to show this video to the jury again?
Absolutely. This is the strongest piece of evidence that the government has in terms of the alleged allegations, so the alleged violence that they are purporting that Sean Combs put on not only Cassie, but others. And so the ability to remind the jury of what Sean Combs is capable of at the beginning of the trial, the middle of the trial, and probably again close to summations only strengthens their case as they expect to have more witnesses take the stand to testify about Sean Combs' violence to them and others based on the allegations they have in this case.
Rena, Brianna Bongalan is expected to take the stand next and expected to testify that Combs once dangled her over a balcony. How's the prosecution trying to tie that to the charges Diddy's facing?
Yeah, well, Brianna Bongalan, Diane, known as Bana, she's expected to take the stand pretty soon at this point. And she filed a lawsuit against Combs last year, accusing him of dangling her off that 17th floor balcony. You see her there arriving to court earlier this morning. And prosecutors are hoping this shows another example of apparent violence that these alleged victims say that Combs created a culture of fear and control with. And prosecutors are hoping that this convinces the jury that Combs is a man that uses that kind of violence as part of his criminal enterprise.
And Brian, how do you think the defense is going to handle Bana's testimony?
So earlier today, we know that Bongalan did receive immunity, so it's likely that she's going to testify to something criminal in nature. And so there's a number of ways the defense can attack her credibility, either through the fact that she's testifying to protect herself, testifying to protect Cassie, testifying even because she has a $10 million lawsuit that she filed against Sean Combs. So it's going to be the reasons why she's going after Sean Combs that will be attacked here. And also the fact that there is little to no actual evidence of all these events happening. We've seen a similar strategy with Mia in this case as to how they're trying to say this never happened based on a lack of evidence that's purported in this case.
All right, Rena Roy, Brian Buckmeyer, thank you both. And for more on the Combs trial, catch the ABC News Live show Burden of Proof, the case against Diddy, every night at 5:30 p.m. Eastern.